G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at the war for Cybertron Siege Stormcloud. And I don't know why, but I keep thinking of calling him a completely different name. And I did that all in the last review of one of these Micro Masters and absolutely annoyed me. So this is the other figure that came with Visper slash Whisper, whatever you want to pronounce him. And once again, he has that lilac, which is making my phone make it blue. So yes, it is a lilac. I don't think it really helps no matter where I put it. You can slightly see the lilac better from a distance. Maybe. Or is it still coming out blue? It is lilac. It's not blue. Like it's coming out really, really, really blue there. There we go. If I don't hit the focus button, I'm probably right, but we do need to see the figure. So there we go. So like I said, this came in the 2-pack with Visper. So this is his I can't remember, Air Command. I can't remember. But basically, their 2-pack. We have seen him in Visper's review, and now we're doing this guy. As I posted, I don't have a tumble part, and I thought, you know what, I can at least do the next of these. Now, it is interesting, he's got no hands. He's just got nubbins. And that's it. However, I got curious because they look like effect parts. So I got this out, which I think is from Commander Jetfire. And it does fit on there. So you can actually have him blasting sort of GoBot style from his hands. And it does hold pretty well, yeah. You could probably flick it off, but it'll hold. And of course, you can do that with either hands. Visper hasn't got anything like that apart from where his neck is. So there we go. No real other ports or anything. Everything else is there for what it's for. So there we go. And it keeps switching colors. It's weird. I've never really paid much attention to anything else that switches colors that isn't lilac. It's bizarre. It really is. All right, so let's get down to articulation. The head does nothing. It's stationary. There's no way to turn it or anything. Arms can do a full 360. I think his shoulders are hitting against this piece of plastic here. So it will do a full 360, but it's rubbing against that. So it will go around, but you sort of have to angle it out first. Arms go out that far. There is no bicep rotation. There is elbow bend. I will say he's got more articulation because of the arms than Visper did. It can also go backwards if that's something you want to use, but that's more for transformation. No wrist, fingers, or anything like that, obviously. No waist swivel. His legs can go up that far. They go back that far, and they literally hit wings. They go out that far. You have a tiny hip rotation there. You have knee bend that gets you that far. And if you really want, you can bring it this forward and end up with a chicken stance. So there's that. It is molded ankle tilt. No toes or anything. But he has a far better heel. So he's less likely to fall over. Like, you have to put effort into making him fall over. So there is that. All right, let's get this guy transformed. So he's very, very easy. He does have a little bit more to him than Visper did, which I don't mind. I don't mind a little bit extra. So we flare his wings out, and his arms are weird. But what you're going to do is you're going to flip it up, and then you're going to use that back bend. So when you push it into this gap, it feels like it clicks. I think it's just making contact with plastic. But you have this tab and this port. That's going to be important in a minute. So we go back here, do the same thing. Like I said, it might be the elbows that's giving that feeling. Then what we're going to do, without hopefully popping the legs off, we're going to bring out and bring up, so our heel is pointing up. We want to bend our knee, and on this side, you have a tab and a port. So the tab's going to go into that hole, and the port is going to go over that one. So it's literally tabbing into two places. So just give it a squeeze on the other side to tab it in. So bring it up, turn it a little bit, bend that knee, bring it up, tap into those, give it a squeeze, and almost done. You're going to rock all this forward, and it will sort of tab in. There is a port tab here that goes into this little port here. And that gets Stormcloud into his vehicle, his alt mode. And of course, this fin down here does sort of become something of a landing gear. So there you go. And I won't lie, it is a really, really, really nice jet. I really do like this. Yes, everything's underneath, but I reckon he pulls off a jet even far better than what Silverbolt did in Combiner Wars. It's weird that. And of course, now you have these pieces which give you added booster, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't. Oh well, it'll fit. There you go. So yeah, I don't usually bring the effect parts out unless I'm showing it with the figure, but most of the time I forget anyway. But yeah, you can use that for your thruster display. I just thought it was interesting. I could actually put it on the hands. So there we go. So let's do size comparison. Here he is with Visper. This is still giving me so many Cobra vibes. So he's about roughly the same, except his wings are a little bit wider. And because I forgot to put her back entirely how she's supposed to be, I won't fully transform her arm because I'll need it in a minute. There he is with Windblade. So there we go. Right. Let's get back into transformation, and then we can do our last few size comparisons. So, while we're in this mode, let's do our third mode, our weapon mode. Now, there wasn't really anything to be done with Visper, but to get him into his sword mode, you just pull this back, and you have this tab under here, which will go into this little port here. Like so. It doesn't click or anything. You can just feel a slight bit of friction. And of course, like in the last video, we take the two halves and we can plug them together. And there we have what I call our makeshift, I think my leg untapped, our makeshift Star Saber. I don't know what the specific term was for these guys in this mode. I don't know if this was just a Siege edition. I assume not, but I'm not sure. So there we go. And of course, I've had Windblade hold it, which is why I didn't have her arm the way it was supposed to, but I might as well show it off just one more time. So of course, just slide that into her hand, which is weird because it's slightly open. So yeah, decent size for your deluxes. Oops. And then it pops out. All right. So of course, then we can just untab that. We can put Visper aside, and we can get back to Stormcloud. All right, I know I keep bringing up Cobra. Was there a character in G.I. Joe, especially in Cobra, that was called Stormcloud? I have a distinct feeling it was. I don't know my characters in G.I. Joe very well. I know Cobra Commander, I know Daethstro, I know Baroness and Duke and Scarlet. I'm Dr. Mindbender, Serpentor. I'm running out of names. Sergeant Slaughter, only because I know my wrestling, well, at least my older wrestling. But yeah, I want to say that Stormcloud. Maybe what's the Cobra Ninja called? I can't think of what his name is, but maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Might have to look that up afterwards. All right, so transformation, like I said, we just bring this back, and that friction tab's in there. We can then untab these if it hasn't done it already. And this is usually where I pop these out. So bring the knee down and sort of swing and out and sort of up and forward. Because otherwise, if you try to go any other way, I think the wings get in the way and it's the hips. So there we go. Then we can just bring the arms forward and bend our elbows. Like so. Now you can keep it very seekerish and have the wings out. If you're wondering about the backpack, yes, you can fold these up to get a closer backpack with a giant gap. But honestly, going from that to that isn't that much of a difference. Honestly, if there was like two little portholes for these sight wings, whatever they're called, yeah, it'd be flush. So there we go. Okay, size comparison. Here he is with Visper. As you can see, his heels are a lot smaller. So it does make it harder for him to stand up. Just give him a little bit of a stance. So there they are there. Here he is with a Titan Master, so Wind Blades, Titan Master. Here he is with a G1 reissue. So if we go by backpack, he's about that size. And of course, just to be stupid and funny, there he is with MP10. And if we go from the backpack, I'd say he's probably, I think he's about the same size as, actually his backpack makes him taller. But if we go from head to head's roughly the same. So there we go. So there we are. So I guess when I have short videos for Tumblr or no Tumblr videos at all, I guess I'll be doing these as long as I've got them. I don't have every MicroMaster that they released with Siege, but I'll just do all the ones I can, I guess. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.